Love is in the air, and breeding season has begun.
This one's really dusty. Shit. Ah, it's gonna fall.
Wait, go back this way a little bit more.
Alright.
Alright. See how lazy all these birds been. I lost a few birds due to hawks. Recent. Hawks chased them away. Some came back a few days later. But now I'm gonna. That's how winter is. Once in a while, hawks come around. Today there's nothing. There's no hawks. And the birds are being lazy. I did fly them this morning. See, some of them are up in the air. But I'm gonna show you guys what I do to get them to fly without having to chase them or nothing. Just gotta put them in top health and they'll want to fly again. Some of these are just young birds down here. But we're gonna show you this trick, how to make them fly. Medicate them and all the good stuff. All right, excuse the mess. So back to where we left off. Ivermectin, okay? Ivermectin paste. This really helps remove worms and all those little parasites and stuff in your bird's body, okay? Ivermectin. And we used the poetry cell, the booster poetry cell. This one's got all the rich supplement iron and amino acids and necessary minerals. All right, that your champion birds will love. And we got apple cider vinegar, okay? But you can't go wrong with ivermectin, okay? All right, so for this ivermectin paste, you only need a little bit. So basically one line. Well, that's what I use. Just like that, just a dab, just a drop like that, okay? And you add hot water, okay? You add hot water to break that down, okay? A little bit of hot water like that, just a little bit, and shake that up. Shake the ivermectin in the hot water, make them really, really good. And it'll look like that right afterwards, okay? And you want to shake up your little poetry cell vitamins. Okay, just like that. And you just want to add a little teeny tiny drop, just like that. Not too much. Not too much at all, just a little drop. And then you got your apple cider vinegar. This stuff really works. It helps make you lose weight and stuff like that. And it helps balance the pH water levels and stuff like that. This stuff works really good. Sometimes I just use this stuff just by itself. And you just want to put a little drop. Just like that. Not too much. You want to shake and stir all of that like this. And it should look somewhat like that. Now you're ready to add nice cool water or warm water for the winter seasons. All right, and always remember, if it's winter time, you don't need to pour too much. I like to just pour like a half a jug, half a gallon, or a little less, because the pigeons won't drink that much water anyways. And the water will freeze and you'll have to rethaw them out. Sometimes what we normally do is bring the waters inside if they're still half full or 3/4 full, whatever. And leave them inside where it's warm, and then we'll bring them back outside in the daytime. And that's what you can do as well. But yeah, this is what we do. All right, and that's how we go about this. Within 2 or 3 days, these pigeons will be tearing up the skies. They're being lazy right now, even the older birds. But it usually takes, it's like right after the next day or 2 days, the 3rd day, yeah, we start seeing major results. So this is how I like to treat them. You know, you take the water away from them for like a good half a day or so in the morning time. And then you mix the vitamins with them like this, and you give them their feed, and then you give them their vitamin water. And that's how you will get them to drink up a lot of water to go help their system out and to deworm themselves. But yep, these are all the young birds. I'm debating on whether or not I can fly old birds, because I might be a little bit too busy to fly them as good as I want to. But I might still fly them. You know, based on the weekends that I'm available or I'm not busy. But yeah, these are all new breeds. new crossbreeds. We got like Limbo Stickabouts, Cross Hubens, Cross Jansen Hopkins, Gabbies, Van Loons, Koopmans to Devrins, and yeah, we also got some Mona Lisas up in here as well. I'm not telling you guys which one because I don't want them to get picked out of the basket just in case. No, I'm just kidding. But, you know, they always say, you know, don't pick any favorites so that all your birds will come home so that you don't lose any, you know. So, and the sorry part is that, yeah, I lost two of my favorites yesterday. My silver bird from Mr. Dwight and my blue check from the bloodline of Danny and Jack Burrock's Loft. We went to a quarter mile yesterday to demonstrate to a new guy who's interested in racing pigeons from his house, and he was about like, I wouldn't say a quarter mile, I'll probably say maybe 2 or 3 miles. He lives out on the county side, and we released like 8 birds, and yeah, those 2 birds didn't come back home for some reason. It's weird. It should have took them less than 5 minutes to get back home. All the other birds did, and those 2 birds didn't. I don't know what happened. Maybe falcon or whatever, but it's the weirdest, strangest event. They've flown 250 miles without any issues, and they couldn't get home from 3 miles. You know, with 8 other birds, with you know, in a team of 8 birds. So, but yep, here you go. If you want your birds to come home, if you want them to put them in top shape or in as best shape as possible on a budget, you can do what I do. All right. So ivermectin, some vitamins of your choice, and some apple cider vinegar, and let them drink that. And it could take up to 5 days, but within 2 or 3 days, you should start seeing a difference. They will slowly and gradually build up their stamina and power in the sky. And if you wanted to fly well, feed them once a day. Make sure you add some corn and you know, to your feed. Not too much, but some. And feed them once a day in the afternoon or late evening, and release them out. You know, when it's not too cold, when it's like 10 or 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, let them out. That'll give them enough time to digest their food, and also have their bellies almost empty, and keep them light so that they can fly well. You know, and they will usually fly until their stomach runs empty, and then they'll come back down. So just keep that in mind. If you want your birds to see your birds fly for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, that's what you do, okay? So this is for the love of the birds and the love of the game. Some people might hate me for this, but this is not a secret. You know, this is just something that some people aren't willing to share. But yeah, for these tips and advices, I collected a lot of tips and advices from many different types of fanciers all across the world and all across many different YouTube pages. Ivermectin and the deworming medicine I learned from Mr. Jack Burrock's Loft, his YouTube channel, and Danny's channel. I spoke to Danny, and that's what he used back in the days, and therefore that's what I used, because that's what they have here at the local stores, where I don't have to really run around too much. And it also helps the birds, keeps them healthy, and keeps the parasites away from them. So within 2 or 3 days, we'll be having dandy flyers tearing up the skies. Okay, and our next remedy is this one. This is the next treatment. This treatment is good for the birds after a race. Okay, so after they come home from a race, this is what I like to treat them with. This is how I keep them healthy and in top shape. I use this and I treat them with this for only just the day after, and so the second and third day after they return home from the race, I give them this to drink. Okay, this is an all-in-one powder. Okay, and it treats for respiratory, worms, canker, and coccidiosis. So this kind of helps them flush out their system of any unwanted things. Okay, so I treat them for 2 days like this, and then after that, I would go on to give them probiotics in the water and vitamins as well. Okay, so 2 weeks before the first race, you want to use this, the ivermectin mix. After that, you know, say you want to just go to regular vitamins in the water, and apple cider vinegar. And after that, you want to, when they come home from a race, you want to treat them the next day. When they come home from a race, they should have only fresh water so they could drink as much as they want. But, you know, say for the first day or two, and then, you know, start treating them with this at least the night, starting the night, the next day, or the next night time before they, you know, go to bed. So 1 teaspoon to a gallon. I mean, 2 teaspoons to a gallon, but I'm only going half a gallon, so I'm using only 1 teaspoon. Okay, so after you added 1 teaspoon like that, I usually like to add the regular vitamins and electrolytes. These electrolytes and vitamins, you only want to give them a little pinch like that into the water, okay? Just a pinch. And then you add a little bit of warm water or hot water, okay? To help dissolve all that stuff really quick. Just a little bit. And then you can add 1 drop of apple cider vinegar. You don't have to, but once in a while I do. So just a little bit like that, okay? Okay, and the second mix I like to always give to the breeders, especially if they have babies, they need to feed. The regular vitamins and the coccidiosis treatment and all the 401, it really helps with the nesting bowls and babies being healthy. That's why, although sometimes I don't have a chance to clean up right away in these little poop messes, I could disregard and not have to worry. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that I keep them in top shape and healthy. So I usually like to medicate them like this once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks to 3 weeks or a month. However I see fitting, okay? But yep, that's how it goes. So, you know, when you medicate them like this and you keep them healthy on a regular, you don't really have to worry about the droppings if you don't have time to scrape them, as long as they're nice and dry. But what this kind of treatment, what it does is it keeps the poop nice and dry. You know what I'm saying? That's the A+ side of things. As you can see, the birds are drinking. You want to give them plenty of food so they drink all the water they want. Make sure you provide plenty of grit, and your birds should be darn healthy. And last but not least, we have these 2 types of tea. Okay, this one has 16 different herbs, so you know it's got some powerful stuff in there. This is tea for champions. Herbal products, animal products, ginseng and echinacea and cat's claw. So you know that these things are pretty good. These were given to me by Mr. Art. All right, I haven't really used these. Once in a while, I did try these. They seem to be okay, but you know, you can always try to order something like this for your pigeons. And over here, we are working on our aviary section. So from time to time, we can release our birds out, or we can separate the birds, like the cocks from the hens and so forth, or whatever, or all the extra birds and fantails and stuff. That might just become the next little outside pigeon coop during the summertime. But you know, we're always trying to keep our numbers down to a certain minimum, and only keeping the good ones or the best ones that we can. And yep, that's how it works here until we move out to a bigger land, or to the bigger land. But as of now, this is what we're working with, and this video is for you guys, to help you guys next season, old bird season and young bird season. If you use this treatment, the first treatment, before, you know, 1 week before racing, all right, 1 week before the racing starts, you should do all right. This little bird here disappeared for 3 days and came back. I've seen around the neighborhood on rooftops of neighbors' houses for a few days, and he finally came back. It's weird, but there's been a lot of different lofts moving into the area, a lot of different types of pigeons. Seeing like barn pigeons, barn pigeon lofts to homer lofts to one time I seen 200 white tipplers just flying up there, like 100 or 200 white tipplers just floating right up there, like up almost to the clouds. And I was like, dang, there's so many birds. And you know, so you just never know. When some of these birds don't come back, I know that they either got mixed up with the other flocks or whatnot, or they got hit by hawks. You know, that's one of the only few reasons, or they injured themselves flying around into these tree branches and stuff. So, but yep. All right, you guys. This is for the love of the birds. Some of y'all might hate me because, you know, I'm trying to help out everybody and beginners. And this is what we do here at our lofts. And this works for us. You can do this for your own lofts. It'll most likely work for yourself as well. But these are very, very basic things that we do to help our birds on a budget. And it basically, you know, saying for the good ones, they'll fly neck to neck with all the good ones. And for the sorry ones, no matter how you treat them or medicate them or all these vitamins and supplements, if they're not good, they're not good. But the good ones, it'll boost them up and give them the edge on coming home early. So good luck, guys. Good luck breeding. The next vlog, stay tuned, because the next vlog, we're doing a drawing for Christmas. We're giving one free bird away. We will decide which bird that we will give away. We might give an old bird or a young bird, but we will try to get the pedigrees as well. But we will decide eventually which bird we are going to give away. All right, so stay tuned. If you want a free bird, we might have a GoPro that we bought brand new and never used, and a drone that we bought brand new and never used. I thought I was going to use those items and things like that, but I came up to not wanting to use those things. So I will be auctioning those 3 items: a bird, a drone, and a GoPro. All right, so therefore, subscribe, stay tuned, share, like, share, comment, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. All right, we'll see you on the next one.